You're listening to the All Veterans Hour on WLIJ, engaging discussion by veterans for veterans, with your hosts Gary Leverett and Jimmy Miller. Join them as they discuss various veterans programs, issues, play powerful and healing veteran-related music, and keep the American citizen informed on things they ought to know. Right here on The Leader, WLIJ, every second and fourth Monday on 98.7 FM and AM 1580, and reaching around the world on WLIJradio.com. The All Veterans Hour on WLIJ is brought to you by United Communications, the Holy Crab Shack, the American Legion Post 23, and by the DAV Chapter 43.
Good morning, Shelbyville, Bedford County. This is Gary Leverett. We're with the All Veterans Show. I'm here with my co-host, Jimmy Miller. Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning, Gary, and good morning to all our listeners.
Sunshine looks good out there. I'm glad it's warmed up.
It is a beautiful day outside. So if you're listening to us, I hope you're outside listening to us on a porch, swinging, drinking a cup of coffee.
You know, we had a fundraiser for the American Legion that went really well.
And another beautiful day we had.
Yes. You know, with our organizations, the Legion and the DAV, we do have to have some money to support the things that we support, all our veterans. We try to help our veterans in need. We try to help our youth and our community, and it takes money. So we have to have fundraisers. We had a fundraiser on the 14th, which was out at Riverbend Country Club, had our annual, I believe it's the fourth annual American Legion Kiwanis golf tournament. We partnered with Kiwanis, Terry Stevens, and his group, and we split the profit. Had a real good day. It was a nice day, and I had 25 teams. That's 100 golfers.
It was a long day. It took them a while to get through that course, but it was a pretty course. Like I said, beautiful weather. No place I'd have rather been. And
we have to thank Barrel House Barbecue, because that was an awesome meal that they provided. And Chuck Baker does a great job and helps us every year. He donates that barbecue for us, and I think everybody enjoyed it. There wasn't much left.
No, I don't think there was any barbecue left.
After 120 people went through the line. But it was a great day. It was a good day.
It was, and a lot of funds raised for a lot of great organizations in Bedford County.
And Team Hart won it. I forget who the guys are. I should have that information, but they won the tournament and won a little bit of money. Basically got their money back, is what it amounts to. But anyway, we had a good time. Had a good day for it. So that was the fourth annual golf tournament. And it helps us support our veterans organizations. I want to talk a little bit about those organizations, the American Legion. American Legion, in order to be a member of the American Legion, you just have to have served one day of active duty and have an honorable discharge. And that makes you eligible then for the American Legion. And we need members. We have, right now, we're having maybe 10 that come to meetings. And there are about 3,000 veterans in Bedford County. We would like to get some of you guys to come on in and help us and be part of us. We always have a good meal. And we do things for our veterans, for our community, and our youth. Which that's why we have fundraisers, because that takes money. Our Disabled American Veterans Chapter 43 in Shelbyville also helps our veterans. You have to be a member of the DAV. You must be rated by the VA. Have some type of rating. Believe it or not, 0% is a rating that makes you eligible. But anywhere from 0 to 100% makes you eligible for the DAV, as long as you're rated by the VA.
Yeah, and as I was telling you earlier, the VA keeps trying to improve their program. So this weekend, I have an appointment on Friday where they've started this new thing, which they're just testing it. But I actually like it. So I've got a appointment with my primary care. Well, they send you out a comment thing for you to go to your primary care, and you list your top 3 concerns. So when you go in the door, she knows kind of what you have wrong with you or what you want her to focus on, so that you're not spending 30 minutes trying to get to the point of the reason you're there. And I like that because I like to go in, get cured, helped, whatever it is, and get back out the door.
And the VA, in my opinion, for veterans is the best, is your best bet, your best opportunity for great health care. I've been going to them for many years, and they have helped me. I've got no complaints with the VA. But let's talk a little bit about Defenders of Freedom and Liberty. That's Tim Estes is in charge of Defenders of Freedom and Liberty. Jimmy, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
I can. Defenders of Freedom and Liberty, well, as most people know, they do the Wreaths Across America. So every year they coordinate all that, coordinate getting in the wreaths, ordering the wreaths, laying the wreaths, cleaning up the wreaths, which is a lot of work. And not even that, they also go to, how many graveyards are we up to now? 8, 9?
Several.
Yeah.
Several.
They go to every graveyard, walk the whole graveyard, and put flags on the graves, most of them unmarked, so that when volunteers get there to lay the wreath, they know exactly where they go. And that's, well, especially if you're in Willowmount, that's a lot of walking.
Or Hillcrest.
Or Hillcrest. But they do all this for, you know, the love of soldiers and to honor soldiers. And I've always been told that when it comes, especially in military, it's not passing that's the sad part, it's being forgotten. So every year we remember these soldiers, and to me it's a great honor. But they also do the flags on Memorial Day, right? And they also sponsor Boys and Girls State. And I know we have that coming up here real soon. And if you don't know what Boys and Girls State is, what do they have to be, a junior in high school?
Yeah.
Any boy or girl that's a junior in high school, they go for a week. Sometimes the location changes, but I think it was Lipscomb.
Tennessee Tech.
And Tennessee Tech. And they spend a week learning all about our government. I think they do some speeches, but it's a real boost for juniors in high school, and it looks great on college applications, if I can learn to talk this morning. So that's one of the things they support. That's one of the things American Legion supports, DAV supports.
And they also, Jimmy, for 9/11, put out the field of flags. And if you go just off the square down toward the bridge, that bank there, that where the floodgate is,
yeah,
that whole field, that whole hillside is full of nearly 3,000 flags, and in remembrance of 9/11. Here on our radio show, we always like to play a little bit of veteran-related music, and this first song that we're going to do is called "Healing Waters." And a good friend of mine got with a songwriter, Charlie Trawick. Charlie, if you're listening this morning, hope you're doing well. Hope your family's doing well, and hope that everybody enjoys this song. It's called "Healing Waters." Right.
I was military for a lot of years. Gung-ho, I volunteered for For every mission that they dreamed up, I was SEAL trained, Superman tough. Then it was downtime, mandatory fun. I'd go fishing when the mission was done. I needed R&R to relax, recharge, restore my soul and my sanity. I had to be on those white sands of Waikiki or a Montana mountain stream. Oh, there's nothing like the feeling of those healing waters, healing waters. Now I'm out, but I'm still in. Every night I fight the battle again. I know how to cope, I know where to go. Take my pole down to a fishing hole and I tie on a fly, cast that line. Even if the fish don't bite, I'm getting R&R to relax and recharge, restore my soul and my sanity. I had to be on those white sands of the Florida Keys or an ice cold mountain stream. Oh, there's nothing like the feeling of those healing waters. If you're hurting, feeling broken, brother, thinking you can't go no further, come with me down to the healing water. We'll get some R&R. We'll relax and recharge, restore our souls and our sanity. Come with me to those white sands of Waikiki or a Montana mountain stream. Oh, there's nothing like the feeling of those healing waters, healing waters, healing waters, healing waters. That's a little
Right, that was Healing Waters. That's Charlie Trawick's song that he and Don Goodman, Bob Reagan put together. And Charlie, if you're listening, think about y'all a lot, buddy. Come back to Tennessee and see us. He's a native of Tennessee, but he moved to Florida. I guess it's time to take a break, Brandon.
Communications, we're more than just fast internet. We're your local connection to reliability and service you can count on right here in Bedford County. With fiber fast speeds and a team in your community, we keep you connected when it matters most. No long hold times, no out-of-town providers, just real service from people who care. Call 931-740-1800 or visit united.net. Thousands of Tennesseans already trust United. United Communications. Fast, local internet.
We're the Holy Crab Shack, where the love runs deep. Precious catch and a faith to keep. Right here in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Good food and God come and see. We're the Holy Crab Shack, where the love runs deep. Precious catch and a faith to keep. Right here in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Good food and God come and see. So grab a seat.
We want to thank our sponsors. Without them, we couldn't have this show. And we try to get out all the information we can for our veterans. We normally have a guest, but don't have one this morning. So Jimmy and I are doing the best we can. And
We're winging it.
but anyway, we want to thank United Telephone and the Holy Crab Shack for sponsoring. And we've got a new sponsor, I think, that's coming on soon. That's Defenders of Freedom and Liberty that we were just talking about. I think they're going to help sponsor the show. But as of now, it's DAV Chapter 43 and American Legion Post 23, along with United Telephone and the Crab Shack. And we appreciate them. And speaking of the Crab Shack, they're going to start having bingo on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. and on Saturdays at 2 p.m. And I know a lot of people in the county like to play bingo. So,
yeah, that they do.
Crab Shack is going to start having bingo twice a week. Tuesday 6 p.m., Saturday at 2 p.m. While we're at it, Jimmy, we're talking about the American Legion and the DAV. Tell us where they meet, when they meet.
Okay, our American Legion Post 23 and our DAV Chapter 43 meet in the same location. So if you learn one, you've got them both. And we meet at 1355 Highway 130 East. The East is important. On the first Tuesday of the month, the American Legion meets at 6 o'clock. We have a meal and meat provided by Rowdy Ranch. All we ask is everyone bring a covered dish, and spouses are welcome at our meeting. And our DAV Chapter 43 meets on the second Tuesday of the month at 6 o'clock. A meal with meat is also provided by Rowdy Ranch. All we ask you bring a side dish, and spouses are welcome at this event too.
And we appreciate Rowdy Ranch. They've been supplying our meat now for probably 5 years for both our meetings, and at no charge. That's awesome.
But Rowdy Ranch is good.
Yeah.
And if you've never had their macaroni and cheese, I know everybody goes macaroni and cheese. They have some of the best macaroni and cheese that I've eaten.
I know Tony Edwards and his crew do a great job. I guess we just slipped an advertisement in, but we needed to say thank you, you know.
We did, and I just had some of their macaroni and cheese Saturday night. That's the reason it's fresh in my mind.
Yeah, we thank you to Barrel House Barbecue, to United Telephone, to the Crab Shack, to Defenders of Freedom and Liberty, to the American Legion Post 23 and DAV Chapter 43. We thank you guys for allowing us to do what we do for our organizations. And we're always looking for new members. Our next event, in my opinion, may be the most important event that we do. On May the 26th is Memorial Day this year. And we always have a Memorial Day ceremony. And so May the 26th at 11 a.m. on the south side of the square, where the memorial is, the Veterans Memorial, we will be having our memorial service. You know, Memorial Day is not about hot dogs and hamburgers and steaks and fries and drinks and all that. Memorial Day is a time that is set aside by our country to honor those who gave it all. You know, there's a lot of us that gave some, but there are a lot of us who gave it all. They made the supreme sacrifice. Unfortunately, our country has forgotten what this day is about, and that is that we're honoring those that gave it all for our freedoms. And last year we had Colonel Jody Miller was our guest speaker, and I don't think there was a dry eye in the place when he finished. Jody did a great job. We played some veteran music, and we want to thank Chase Clanton also. Chase, we thank you for providing the speaker system so that everybody can hear what we're doing on that day. We tried to do it ourselves for 2 or 3 years, and it didn't work.
No, we need a professional like Chase.
Yeah, so we got Chase, and he's going to do it again this year for us, and he did a great job the last couple of years. So come out and be with us on the 26th at 11 a.m. It's always the last Monday in May. And again, it's for our fallen military, not just soldiers, Navy, Army, Air Force, Marines. Army nurses got killed in the Vietnam War. There were women that have been killed in all our wars. So we honor them too. It's not just honoring the men that gave it all. There's some women that gave it all.
Yeah, and I've actually talked to some veterans that, some female veterans, that most of America, when you say soldier, their mind automatically goes to G.I. Joe and a man. We have just as many female soldiers as we do male soldiers.
Maybe close, but I'm not sure that's come to that point yet.
I have to look up those numbers. But we have a lot, and they need to be honored just as well.
Absolutely. I agree. There are thousands and thousands of men and women who gave their lives for this country. It's an awesome thing when you go to Arlington National Cemetery and you stand in front of that cemetery and any direction you turn, if you're in the center of that cemetery, in any direction you turn as far as you can see, there are grave markers of men and women who have paid the ultimate price for our freedoms. If you've never been, it's an awesome thing to go see. It's awesome to watch the changing of the guard. Have you ever seen that ceremony?
I have. If you've never done it, I would make a pilgrimage there to watch it. It's and take kids with you. Kids need to understand the sacrifices that have happened on their behalf and the reason they get to live in a world like they do today.
But if you go, be sure that you know that it is a silent ceremony, and do not make any noise. And do not let your children make any noise during the changing of the guard.
Yeah,
they will let you know about it.
They do have a high degree of honor there.
So, and if you haven't been to the Vietnam Wall or the World War II Memorial, I suggest that you go. One way you can go is if you're a veteran, you can go on an honor flight. The honor flight is awesome. Anyway, Memorial Day, last Monday in May. Be sure to come join us. We'll have a ceremony that is a very moving ceremony. We'll have veteran music, veteran speaker Tommy Bolin from right here in Shelbyville is going to be our guest speaker. Tommy was an officer in the military, so he's going to be speaking for us, and I'm sure he'll do a great job. Colonel Jody Miller last year did an awesome job, and so Brandon, with saying all that, this next song is called The Last Monday in May, and it's going to be sung by a good friend of mine, Jimmy Ray Sales. Jimmy Ray was a great musician, a great singer. He passed away doing what he liked to do. He's passed away on stage. He had a heart attack and passed away. But he's got two songs on YouTube. The one that we're going to play here in just a second is called Last Monday in May. And then we'll be talking about his other song here in a few minutes called Friend, Have You Ever Been to Arlington? But here's Jimmy Ray Sales with Last Monday in May, the tribute to Memorial Day and our fallen soldiers.
Took a musket ball to Chancellorsville. I went down and I lie there still. Underneath this cross of stone, the world has turned and time moved on. But there are seasons when it seems that everyone's forgotten me, till the last Monday in May. And all the springtime flowers bloom. They come and decorate my grave, but only bones lie here entombed. My spirit flies as high as old glory ways on the last Monday in May. And I fought on a distant shore in the war to end all war. World War I turned into two, the Argonne into Peleliu. It's hard to rest so far from home, but one day a year I'm not alone. On the last Monday in May, all the springtime flowers bloom, you come and decorate my grave, but only bones lie here entombed. My spirit flies as high as old glory waves on the last Monday in May. From the jungles of Vietnam to the mountains of Afghanistan, and whatever wars are yet to be, we'll fight to keep our country free. The chopper went down in Iraq. One more week and I'd made it back. Now my war and battle done, I rest in peace at Arlington. My wife is here most days with me. Won't you come and keep us company on the last Monday in May? And all the springtime flowers bloom, come and decorate my grave, but only bones lie here entombed. My spirit flies as high as old glory waves. Remember all of us and the sacrifice we made on the last Monday in May. The last Monday in May.
That was Jimmy Ray Sales singing The Last Monday in May. We hope you'll join us on Memorial Day this year on May the 26th, 11 a.m. on the south side of the square for our Memorial Day service. Take an hour of your time out to honor our veterans on that day. You'll be glad you came. And it's an awesome service. It's an awesome service. You know, Veterans Day is for all veterans. But Memorial Day is for those that gave the ultimate sacrifice, that paid it all for you and me. So come and join us. Again, Tommy Boland's going to be our speaker that day, and we'll have some music and play taps, and it's just an awesome service, Jimmy. It really is.
It is. And, you know, when people think about it, even if you can't make it to this, remember that we're saying, you know, definitely have fun with your family, because family's the reason that militaries or soldiers do what they do to protect their families and the people back here at home. But just remember, when you're having that cookout or you're out on that lake riding in the boat enjoying that day, somewhere there's a family that there's not a member at that cookout. There's not a member on that boat because that member paid that price for you to do it. So that's the reason it's such a big day for us, a day of honor. And while we were on the break, I Google everything, so I had to find out about the female population in the military.
Oh, he must have been right.
No, I wasn't right. But now I know why, me being Air Force, I thought there were more females. The Air Force actually is almost 25% female. And according to statistics, we have 2 million female veterans in this country. So I was thinking to myself, we need a whole lot more females at our meeting, because I'm sure some of that 2 million live in Bedford County.
We have some females that are on our roster, but that do not come to meetings. Just like we have many males that are on our roster. I mean, DAV has 150 on the roster, but only about 20 to 25 come to the meetings. American Legion has 80 on their roster, and what do we have, 10?
Yeah.
10 or 12. So we need you guys. We need you to come on and join us and help us, and you'll enjoy it. And we'll do some good work for our veterans. And our wives get to come, and they stay in a separate room and while we have our meeting, and they do what wives do, which is probably talk about us. But,
it is, and we could use the female veterans, because veterans usually only talk to veterans about, the past and things that trouble them. So I'm just going to assume that a female veteran would feel more comfortable talking to another female veteran. So we could really use you in our American Legion and our DAV, and you're always welcome. And yes, I guess this is a show, we're almost making it about female veterans, but I didn't realize almost 1 in 5 soldiers is a female. So for every 5 males, there's 1 female. So that's it's increased a lot.
Yeah, it has. And there are many ladies that have given the ultimate sacrifice too. They may have been a nurse, they may have been in combat, but they have paid the price too, and they have their own memorial. I've seen it in Washington, and we need to honor those women.
We do, and I know that there's a command sergeant major, a female command sergeant major that lives in Bedford County, who likes to compete in beauty pageants. I think I need to try to pull her onto our show.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I would love to hear her perspective.
And there's one in Lynchburg who was an officer. Can't remember her name, but she was wounded. But we need to find her and get her on the show.
So if either of the two of you are listening, we're coming for you.
Beware, Jimmy's on the way.
Yep, we're going to get you on here with us.
Yep. But anyway, so let's give you a little information about something that can help you if you're a veteran. If you're a veteran and you need to get in the VA system or file a VA claim or learn about the death benefits for the veterans' families and for the veteran, you need to go see Ben Ely. Ben Ely is our veteran service officer, and he is located in the basement of the courthouse. So if you go to the basement of the courthouse and you go on the east side or the west side, the east side's got the ramp that goes down into the basement. So if you go from the east side, you can go down the ramp into the basement, and his administrator, Miss Cara, is down there. She has one office, and he's across the hall in another office, and she will get you scheduled to see him. And because if you go just expecting to see him, he might have somebody in there, and sometimes it takes an hour and a half to do the paperwork. So be sure you make an appointment, whether you need to see him 10 minutes or you need to see him an hour, whatever, because it is one of the busiest VSO offices in the state. And Ben and Cara do a great job. And matter of fact, she's taking more training all the time, and the more training she gets, the more she can help Ben. And it's a good situation. They're awesome, and they do a great job.
Yeah, and it is a complicated system. It is hard to do it on your own, so I advise everybody to reach out to VSOs, people who are actually trained to do this.
And then if you need a ride to your appointment, your doctor's appointment, and you are a veteran, you need to call Bill Tucker. Well, I didn't give you the number for Ben, did I? Let me back up a little bit here. You got to keep me straight, Jimmy.
I was trying. I was looking on my notes. I didn't have it on here.
Okay. The number to make an appointment with Ben Ely is 931-685-4838. That's 931-685-4838. Again, if you need a ride to your doctor's appointment, you can get in touch with Bill Tucker. And Bill will see to it that you get where you need to be and see to it you get there on time. We have three drivers. Right now we only have 2 vehicles. One of them was in a wreck, and nobody was hurt. But it kind of took a toll on the Jeep. So we're, instead of having 3 vehicles, we're down to 2. But we got it in the works. We'll have a new vehicle very soon. So we'll have 2 good vehicles in the very near future. We got 3 vehicles, but 2 of them are wore out. So,
yeah. And once again, we're the only county that I know of that offers this.
Well, there are several counties that offer the service, but we're the only county that I know of that picks you up at your home, delivers you to your appointment, and then brings you back to your home. These other counties, you got to get to a certain spot to get the ride to your appointment, and then you got to have somebody be at that spot to pick you back up when you get back. Bedford County don't do that. We pick you up at your home, take you to your appointment, bring you back to your home. Because if you need a ride to your appointment, you might not have a ride
to the meeting spot.
To the meeting spot, yeah. So we try to make it as easy as we can on our veterans. We appreciate them so much. The ones that have paid the price, and we got veterans all over. We got veterans in places that the public doesn't know that we have veterans at. They're all over the world. And every one of them has a family back here. And it's hard on the families. So,
Yeah, and people in the communities most times wouldn't even realize that my doctor was a veteran. My dentist was a veteran. I mean, veterans come from every walk of life. So almost every day you're interacting with a veteran you had no idea is even a veteran.
And the thing about the VA is when you're in that VA system, you got a doctor for everything that's wrong with you.
You do.
If you need a primary care, you got that. If you need a podiatrist, which is a foot doctor, you can get one of them. If you got heart problems, you get a heart doctor. They give you a specialist for everything that you do. And one of the complaints that I hear, Jimmy, is, well, I'm sick today and I can't get an appointment with my primary care for 3 months. You don't have to wait to see your primary care if you're sick. All you got to do is go to Murfreesboro, to the VA urgent care clinic. They will see you and take care of you, and then they will email your doctor that you were there and what they did for you, what was wrong with you. So you don't have to wait. If you're sick today to get care, either at Nashville or Murfreesboro. Nashville, you go to the ER, and they see you immediately and do the same thing. Urgent care in Murfreesboro. So don't use that as an excuse not to get in the VA system.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you have community care. And my favorite part is 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday, I will give blood. And when I get to my doctor at 7 o'clock that same morning, she will have all my blood work up. So I'm not waiting 4 or 5 days for somebody to call me and go, hey, your cholesterol's off the charts, you've got this or that. I know exactly that morning, so we can discuss it. And
let's clarify that a little bit, Jimmy. He said, I give blood. No, he gets blood drawn for a lab.
Well, they take blood, yeah.
They take blood. It's drawn for his labs. He's not giving a pint of blood that morning. But anyway. So, anyway, let's go to our next song. And this is one of my favorite songs, called The Angel Flight, Radney Foster.
All I ever wanted to do was fly, leave this world and live in the sky. I left the C-130 out of Fort Worth town. I go up some days I don't want to come down. Well, I fly that plane, call the Angel Flight. Come on, brother, you're with me tonight. Between heaven and earth, you're never alone. On the Angel Flight, come on, brother, I'm taking you home. I love my family and I love this land, but tonight this flight's for another man. We do what we do 'cause we heard the call. Some gave a little, but he gave it all. I fly that plane, call the Angel Flight. Come on, brother, you're with me tonight. Brother, you're with me tonight. Between heaven and earth, you're never alone. On the Angel Flight, come on, brother, I'm taking you home. Come on, brother, I'm taking you home. Well, the carpet's quiet and the stars are bright. Feels kinda like church in here tonight. It don't matter where we touch down. On the Angel Flight, it's sacred ground. When I fly that plane, call the Angel Flight. Got a hero riding with us tonight. Between heaven and earth, you're never alone. On the Angel Flight, come on, brother, I'm taking you home. Come on, brother, I'm taking you home.
that was Radney Foster singing Angel Flight. If you haven't seen that video, you can go to YouTube and watch the video with that song playing, and it is a very touching experience. They do the Radio Tower remix, and you actually hear the radio conversation in the song. So anyway, again, that was Radney Foster. I guess it's time to take a break and pay the bills, Brandon.
At United Communications.
We're the Holy Crab Shack, where the love runs deep. Precious catch and a faith to keep. Right here in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Good food and God come see. We're the Holy Crab Shack, where the love runs deep. Precious catch and a faith to keep. Right here in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Good food and God come and see. So grab a seat.
At United Communications, we're more than just fast internet. We're your local connection to reliability and service that you can count on. Right here in Bedford County. With fiber fast speeds and a team in your community, we keep you connected when it matters most. No long hold times, no out-of-town providers, just real service from people who care. Call 931-740-1800 or visit united.net. Thousands of Tennesseans already trust United. United Communications. Fast, local internet.
You're listening to the All Veterans Hour on WLIJ, engaging discussion by veterans for veterans, with your hosts Gary Leverett and Jimmy Miller. Join them as they discuss various veterans programs, issues, play powerful and healing veteran-related music, and keep the American citizen informed on things they ought to know. Right here on The Leader, WLIJ, every second and fourth Monday on 98.7 FM and AM 1580, and reaching around the world on WLIJradio.com. The All Veterans Hour on WLIJ is brought to you by United Communications, the Holy Crab Shack, the American Legion Post 23, and by the DAV Chapter 43.
All right, we want to thank all our sponsors for us being able to do this show for you. I hope you enjoyed the music, and normally we have a guest, but we didn't have one this week, but we'll have one next. In 2 weeks, we'll have a guest. So anyway, it kind of fell through this week, but we do the best we can, Jimmy.
We can, and, well, when Congress and all of them get to running on all the cylinders, we'll have updates to VA benefits and all that, but right now there's so much going on, they just can't get anything cleared. But I can tell everybody, because me being a veteran, I keep close track of this. If you hear anybody saying they're cutting veterans' benefits, that is not truth. They actually are not even discussing the VA and the care until May 7th. So it's not even happened yet for them to cut. Now they are modernizing stuff, because some of their systems are antiquated, and there's a whole lot easier and better ways to do things nowadays. So don't get scared if somebody says they're cutting. They're not cutting. The government's well aware that they made that promise to us, and they're not taking it away.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of junk out there that's not true.
There is, and it bothers me every time I read it, because it's like, no, that is a promise that was made. It was made with Abraham Lincoln, right?
Yeah, and that's just like they say they're cutting Social Security, and they're not.
No.
They're not.
No.
Anyway.
So take everything you hear with a grain of salt.
Yep.
Even if you hear it from us, take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes we're a little off.
We've been talking about Memorial Day, and there's a local business in the county that also has a Memorial Day service on the Saturday before Memorial Day. Correct, Jimmy?
Well, they call it Honor Day.
Okay.
It's not for Memorial, it's for all soldiers, and that's the reason they call it Honor Day. And I want to think this is the third year, and that's Uncle Nearest. If you've not been out to the Uncle Nearest distillery, the distillery is beautiful, but every year they've taken it upon themselves to do an honor day to celebrate all the soldiers throughout the world. And they do this on their own because they believe in our military, they honor our military, and as the owner said in the speech last year, he couldn't do what he does today if it wasn't for the military and all the freedoms that we have fought for him to have. So I think this year it's going to start at 1 o'clock. Our next show on May 12th, I'll have more information. They're supposed to give me a flyer so I can tell you what all's going on. But I know last year we had a mobile flight simulator there. We had military vehicles. We had the Army band. We had the Air Force Color Guard. I mean, it was a big event. So if you missed it last year, I would encourage you to come out and check it out this year.
We appreciate Uncle Nearest for what they do for our veterans, and to bring awareness to us, you know.
Definitely, and for them to have a day at their distillery just for us, it's a big event. I know last year they offered discounts on food. They had a special commemorative bottle for veterans. It was really, really nice.
Again, we hope that some of you decide to join our ranks for the American Legion, the DAV. We need you. We need you. We're always recruiting. We are, because we're just, it's always a generation away from being gone. And I'm one of the youngest people in, and I'm not young by no means. So we need some of you younger soldiers with fresh ideas, how we can do more in the community. I understand why some of the younger people don't get in, because they have kids, and this kid's playing ball, and this daughter's going to dance recital, and daddy's going one way, and mama's going another way, and they just don't have time, Jimmy. Some of the young guys, you know. And I understand that, because that was me 40 years ago.
It was me too, and we don't ask total commitment from anybody. You do what you can do.
Yeah, and come and join us, because it's a lot of good camaraderie. And we have our business meeting after we have a meal. And again, the wives, during our business meeting, the wives aren't in there. They're in there doing their thing in the other room. So, again, if you're a female veteran, we need you. We want you. And come and join us.
Yeah, help us make change in Bedford County.
Well, Jimmy, you know what? We've made it through this hour.
We have.
Even without a guest.
Well, some days we talk.
That's right. Anyway, so we're going to get out of here with this last song. This is called Friend, Have You Ever Been to Arlington? And again, this is by my good friend Jimmy Ray Sales. I miss Jimmy Ray since he passed away. He and Bob Reagan and Don Goodman and Matt Dane came into the studio when Rusty was still here, and they put on a live show right here in this. Well, actually, they were in the room in there where Brandon is, and did a live show. All five of them, four or five, plus me. But anyway, and now Jimmy Ray has passed on, but Don is with Freedom Sings. Bob is retired, and he's letting Mike Byer take over Operation Song. And anyway, so we need to get out of here. This is Jimmy Ray Sales singing Friend, Have You Ever Been to Arlington?
It's here. there's a peace we feel with reverence everywhere. We go and spend some time with our heroes lying here. They gave it all for us, the toils of battle done, but now they rest at Arlington. Arlington, Arlington. Friend, have you ever been to Arlington? If there was ever hallowed ground, then it's here in Arlington. You know, there's something holy all about this place. We can only imagine the horrors of war they faced. But now they lie here throughout eternity. My most sacred hero, friend, they died for you and me. Arlington, Arlington. Friend, have you ever been to Arlington? If there was ever holy ground, then it's here in Arlington. Yes, it's here at Arlington.
We're the Holy Crab Shack, where the love runs deep. Flesh is catch and a faith to keep. Right here in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Good food and God come and see. We're the Holy Crab Shack, where the love runs deep. Flesh is catch and a faith to keep. Right here in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Good food and God come and see. So grab a seat.
United Communications builds connections you can rely on. Whether it's fast internet for your home or business, our fiber network is designed for your community. No long hold times, no out-of-town providers, just real service from real people. Call 931-740-1800 or visit united.net. Thousands of Tennesseans already trust United. United Communications. Fast, local internet.